a student doesn't need motivation to start something, because if there is a need, motivation is not necessary. I'm afraid of getting into my own comfort zone and being stuck there. I have to learn about my own interests, how to describe myself in those essays. And since my general English was like good, so it wasn't really hard to get 8. I would have asked Hitler how he died. İki Amerika Akademiden kichroq. Endi 2
Really?
marta kichmas, kichroq lekin.
Now,
Neredegisine?
buldum.
Neredesine?
Podcast başlandı.
Arxiviyandayami?
Podcast başlandı. Hi everyone, I'm Sanjar and I'm one of the team members here, as you know, and it's my first podcast as a host today, and that's why I'm super excited now. Today our special guest is Nasiba, and she got her impressive band 8 on IELTS and 1350 from SAT, and she actually just got into Westminster International University of Tashkent. You can introduce yourself.
Hey guys. I think my introduction is not needed here since this guy already introduced me.
Well, let's start the conversation. First of all, how are you feeling today?
Well, nice. Kind of nice.
Have you ever been in a podcast or something like this before?
It's my first time being in a podcast.
If someone asked, who is Nasiba in 3 words, what would you say?
In 3 words. Intellectual,
Yeah.
funny,
Mm,
sometimes, uh, polite maybe.
well, let's talk about your past growth and the moments that changed you. Okay? What's one moment that changed the way you think?
Well, it's funny to say it. It happened in my 9th grade. Well, it's kind of like related to my friends, best friends.
Okay.
We were in a 9th grade back then, and in the ninth grade, or when we are in the our teenage years, most of the students
Okay.
start to engage in romantic shit. So
I got it.
I was, even from the beginning, I was against it. There were like 4 friends that I loved at my school, so we were like kind of team. And after 9th grade, most of my friends start to have boyfriends, and I absolutely hated their personality. And after that, everything is ruined, and we fall out. And after that, I become lonely, let's say. I had no friend after the 9th grade at school, and I started to focus on my studies, and that's the case. I mean, my outlook on everything changed after the 9th grade.
Was there a time when you felt like giving up, or what got you through it?
Well, a lot. For example, when I was preparing for IELTS, actually it took me more than a year, like 1 year and 4 months to get my IELTS. But anyway, in the middle, I always felt like giving up, because even though preparation wasn't really hard, there were a lot of struggles, one of which is financial struggles. That's why I really felt like giving up in many times.
Yeah. What's one thing that you have learned outside of school that shaped you?
Well, I don't know, maybe something like people's opinion about you doesn't matter. Because when I was younger, I mean, in most of the Uzbek households, children are raised thinking that other people's opinions are important about their lives. Whenever we do something wrong, people comes and says what other people think, and that's something engraved in our hearts and minds. And after I grew up, I start to have like social anxiety and start to think about my every action, because I was afraid, what if that somebody doesn't like my actions? But after getting more older, let's say, it just, I fed up with these feelings. So I start
Yes.
to ignore whatever other person is feeling about me. So I think outside of the school, outside of everything, what I learned is ignoring other people's
So
opinions
you started
about
like
me.
not caring about others' opinions and
Yes.
the way they think about you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about those scores. Band 8 on IELTS and 1350 from by SAT. What motivated you for this?
Well, from the beginning, I believed that their a student doesn't need motivation to start something, because if there is a need, motivation is not necessary. And I had a need for those things. For example, for IELTS 8, I really wanted to become financially stable on my own. I didn't want to depend on my parents in monetary manners. That's why I studied really hard, because I knew that uh, being a teacher, let's say arts instructor, could
Yes.
bring not a lot of money, but
But
enough to support myself.
yes. And what was your biggest struggle while preparing to this
Biggest
IELTS?
struggle, my laziness. I think it's case for all of the students. I was lazy as hell, you know. It was really hard to force myself to do the homeworks from the pre-arts course to other course until I come to the last course, which is advanced. I had a really hard time controlling my own desires. I mean, I would, I loved reading books, and I couldn't just get out of it and do my homework. That's
Oh.
why I think it's my laziness.
And how did you balance studies with everything else going on in life?
Well, I didn't actually do it. My mother did.
Oh,
I mean, you know, girls have a lot of responsibilities. They have to clean, they have to cook, they have to do a lot of things. Apart from that, they have a school, and apart from the school, they have extra courses. Life is really struggling for girls, and my mother took most of the responsibility from my shoulders. She took all the house chores from my hands, and apart from that, she also spoke with some of my teachers at school. Then they allowed me to study. I prepared for my arts without disturbing me. I had one room at our school. I didn't
nice.
attend the classes.
Wow.
Everything is, I think, my mother helped me for it.
Thanks to your mother. Did you ever have doubts or feel pressure from others while preparing for IELTS or SAT maybe?
Well, there's pressure in everything. Yeah, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, I don't know.
There's one thing that they will ask you. There is no in tourism. We have like it's more like what can I say? Changes by Uzbek language. There is difference between Uzbek language and Khwarezm's language. You got me right? So
It's a
like
bit hard.
I mean like oh 40 taşınca şey
Şöyle
verecek
bakacağız.
bu şey verecek bu bana.
Accent on.
Accent. What would you say to a student who's aiming for big result but feels stuck? Got me?
Well, keep going.
Keep
That's the
going.
only thing. Yeah, keep
Uh,
going. If they have need, and if they keep going, of course they're gonna achieve it.
let's focus on mindset and mental health then. Well, how do you handle stress when everything feels too much? Like
Well,
deep question, right?
I most of the time sleep.
And
Yeah,
it
sleep
helps, right?
helps me to look concentrate. I will gather my own energy when I'm sleeping. I feel kind of calm, and after that, I might think about how to solve this problem which caused me the stress. But the main solution is sleep.
For example, I do this by listening to some music. Do you think mindset is more important than intelligence?
Well, they're equally important, I think.
Do you
Mindset
think it
doesn't
is?
always come first. In most of the things, let's say in a job, yeah, mindset is important, but intelligence is also important. So I think they're equally important.
Yeah, I got you. How you ever compared yourself to others? How did you deal with it?
Yeah, I always compare myself to others. I mean, look, you know, there are people out there who compare themselves to me because I have 8 or SAT or my math might be good and I already got into university at the beginning of May. Well, for them, it might be like I'm just successful, but for me, I'm stuck in one place. Why? There's a reason why I think so. Because look,
Because it's some.
I follow other people's on the internet, right? Social
Yeah.
media, I follow others, and they already got into foreign universities. They
Yes.
have better academic stats compared to me, and they are living a better life than me. So I always compare myself to them. So not everyone is perfect. Everyone compares themselves to another people who are superior to them anyway.
Well, and what helps you stay grounded when you are overwhelmed?
Well, I don't know. It depends on the situation, you know. When I'm, for example, with someone or some people and I feel overwhelmed among them, I just go away to somewhere else. Or I don't know, it depends on the situation.
Well, let's talk about your awareness and opinions. So, where did your interest in global events and politics come from? I know that I have seen in your Telegram channel, like personal blog.
Yeah.
I'm asking this from you.
Well, the reason is my grandpa. Okay, my grandpa is actually into politics stuff.
Yep.
Whenever we come to dinner or lunch or breakfast, he always starts talking about world's problems. Ever since I was a kid, I grew up learning a lot of stuff about politics and other shit. That's why I think the main reason for my interest towards politics and global conflicts is my grandpa.
No, well, can you tell us the global issue really caught your attention this year?
Well, this year there's one actually. You know, like Palestine-Israel war,
Yeah.
something that caught my attention for many years, and it's still continuing till this day. And I cannot just get into this topic deeply because, like, you know, the topic is gonna be
Yeah.
streamed on the YouTube, and I don't
I
want
know.
to cause conflict. As you might realize, I also stopped posting some political stuff in my channel recently because my mom prohibited me from banned me from posting any. That's why I better not go deep into this topic.
Yeah.
It's really sensitive.
And do you think people your age care enough about what's happening in the world?
Can you repeat?
Do you think people your age care enough about what's happening in the world?
No, not really. I mean, I have a lot of friends
And they are not
who
caring
are
about
kind
it.
of like similar to me. Their thinking, their way of thinking is similar to me, but still, they don't even think about those global conflicts. It's boring topic for them.
And
So if they think like that, I know for sure that others who are not even close to me, I mean, whose thinking isn't even close to me, doesn't even think about it. Most of the youngsters are on something different, let's say. Yeah.
is there a political figure or world leader you admire?
Yes.
Is it Donald Trump?
No, of course no. Who is really laughing stock person?
Okay.
No. It's Vladimir Putin. You know, even though he seems cold, but he's managing Russia perfectly fine, I think. And he's also kind of like powerful figure in the world of power. In the politics, he's a really powerful figure.
Do you think young people should have more say in serious decisions?
Yes, of course. At schools, we don't discuss real life problems, you know? It's just school is for theory, in my opinion. In Uzbekistan, there's no practical usage of school. That's why if the government maybe do some shit about it, they would change it. It's important that youngsters discuss these things. So I think yes, they should.
Well, let's change the theme and let's talk about future philosophy and dreams, your dreams, I mean. And where do you see yourself in 10 years? Not just career, but in life.
Well, let me think. After 10 years, of course, in a job that I love. Well, I
What
have
is it?
decided the job. I mean, there are a lot of options for me. You know, my passion towards politics, but there are also problems which my parents are not agreeing with me. I mean, especially my mother, she's against me pursuing job in terms of politics. She's against me working with government agencies. She wants me to just be a normal girl, normal girl who works in a normal bank from morning till evening and comes to home to see her family. This is what my mother thinks about me, but for me, it's a different case.
Can you
I
names?
want to have a successful career. If possible, I want to be a diplomat, and I want to work with other countries. I want to travel to other countries. I want to study in other countries. I want to broaden my own horizons.
Come on.
So, you know, I'm kind of conflicted about my own career, own life after 10 years. So it's kind of vague for me to answer this
I
question.
guess not only you who wants to do these all things
Yeah,
among the youngsters. What's more scary, failing or never trying?
never trying.
Yeah,
Because if a person fails, they will at least learn something from it. But if a person doesn't try, it's just pathetic, I think. They don't even learn anything, they just try and they'll be just stuck in one place. So not trying is the most pathetic thing a person can do. They should try, whatever the result would be.
well, do you believe in this destiny or do we build our own future?
Well, yeah, destiny is one thing, but I believe that people build their own future.
Right.
Destiny is one thing, but everyone should, for example, look, I'm studying hard, right?
Yes.
I am trying right now. And I had an option to not to try. Whatever I do myself right now will become a destiny after 4 years, after maybe a lot of years later.
Yes.
Anyway, what I mean is that I think whatever we face in the future or whatever we faced in the past, everything is the result of our own actions.
If success wasn't about money or titles, what would it mean to you?
It differs from person to person.
Like
For
about you, I
me,
mean.
for me, I don't know. Until now, success is about money, title to me. And there's one thing, maybe once peace. I mean, not really peace, but as I have tried to be a teacher, let me say it this way. As I have tried to be a teacher, as you know, I work in a data. I learned that not everything is as easy as it seems. Even though I have eight, still I struggle a lot to teach some of the topic to students. So the point is, choosing the right job is also important, regardless of its salary or the title. It just feels right to have the job that you like. So it's more about satisfaction, maybe.
What advice would you give it to your future self? I mean, what advice would you give to your future self?
Well, I would say wherever you are, just don't give up. What kind of situation you are in, just try, because at the end of the day, there's a light in somewhere where I could achieve my dreams. So just don't give up. I know in the future I have to go through a lot of hardships, because I am dreading to go to Tashkent to study, continue my studies, because foreign place, let's say foreign accent, and foreign people, I'm just dreading it.
Yeah, I see.
I'm afraid of messing everything up. I'm afraid of getting into my own comfort zone and being stuck there. So what I want to say is just don't stuck in one place, please. I have a lot of dreams.
Well, let's talk about Westminster actually and personal ambitions. You applied to Westminster, and why did you choose that university?
Let me be honest. So I have no other choice. Well, as you might know already, I have applied to some of the foreign universities. Not some, but only one.
Yes.
And that is SNU, Seoul National University in Korea, #1 university, and I don't know, like top 10 in Asia. So acceptance rate was low, and apart from that, my application was not really cool. I mean, it was not as great as I expected it to be, and there were a lot of problems in the process of applying. That's why I couldn't get into. Anyway, the point is, I want to study abroad, but I couldn't. I couldn't continue my bachelor's degree abroad. I did a lot of programs, debate and other things. And the first priority from those things was actually to apply abroad by using those projects, but still I couldn't.
Yeah.
That's why when I that's why after graduating school I had to apply somewhere. I had to get into university, because when I thought about taking a gap year, my parents disagreed with me. They didn't want me to take a gap year because my academic stats, my academic credentials are kind of higher compared to other students. I have IELTS 8. I've been preparing for math for 2 years. I have SAT. I could get into every university with grant. So I had no other choice. Westminster is one thing which have a higher title reputation. That's why I chose.
Yes, I know that. What was the application process like for you, and why?
Application process. It sounds like cool. I know it's hard for a lot of people. I mean, it was hard for me too. I had to edit my essays, personal statement over and over and over and again. Every day I would spend at least 10 hours to it. And the process was interesting actually.
Yes.
During the process, I learned a lot of things about myself actually. I had to write the things about myself without wasting space in my essays. And I have to learn about my own interests, how to describe myself in those essays. And during those process, I learned a lot of things about myself, my own behavior, my own achievement. I mean, the value of those achievements, because at first I didn't think that they were worth anything. I mean, IELTS 8 didn't seem like a big deal to me. It
Yeah.
doesn't even know. And let me not talk about SAT as well.
Okay, what course or subject are you most excited about?
In university,
Both of them, and school and university.
history.
Only?
Yes.
Come
I
on.
mean, yeah, other subjects are also cool, but I have a different passion towards history.
It's boring.
For some
So
people
boring.
it is, but for me, history holds another value. Uh, because in history, a lot of mistakes were made, and now we can implement those mistakes and make them right. History
Maybe.
is something different if you look at it from another perspective.
Maybe. What are you hoping to experience beyond academics at Westminster?
Social life, as you might know, social life in Westminster is kind of cool. They always have events and other things. So I think apart from academics, I might have a lot of friends. My social life might be kind of different compared to my school.
Yeah, well, if accepted, what's one thing you really want to try or achieve in your first year?
Could you repeat?
You got into Westminster, and what's the one thing you really want to try or achieve in your first year?
In my first year, I want to socialize with other students as much possible. I
Why?
don't know why, but I do believe that my network is important, really important. That's why I want to expand my social circle at first, and apart from and after that, after I gather a lot of like-minded people, I might start other projects because I haven't given up my dream of going abroad still. So yeah, the first thing I will try is expanding my social circle.
So let's move on. Chill quick rounds, and quick answer only. Tea or coffee for you?
Coffee.
Oh, really? Uh, Night owl or early bird?
Boss.
No.
Depends on my mood. If I'm really motivated, I'm always like early bird. But if I'm not, I will just stuck at night like a night owl.
Yeah, well, yeah. If your life were a movie, what would this chapter be called?
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, if your life were a movie, what would this chapter be called?
This chapter, I mean my teenage years,
Yes.
my messy life.
Why and why?
Because for some people who look up at me, I must seem successful, I have plans, but no, I have none of those things. I didn't have a plan. I am completely messy when it comes to plans and other things. I had friends who given up on me. I had dreams which I couldn't achieve.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
see.
I don't know, but it just turned out to be really messy at the end of it. That's why I would say my messy
Oh, yeah.
life for this chapter.
Yeah. A dream job that has nothing to do with your current plans?
Dream job that had nothing to do with my current plans?
Yes.
Kind of strange question because all of my dream jobs have something to do with my current plans. So I don't know.
One thing you recently changed your mind about.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
let's
really know.
move on the next part then. Um, that was a good talk, but what's one thing you want people to remember from this conversation?
My sincerity, maybe. I mean, look, guys, everything I said during the podcast, I was sincere about every one of them.
I
So
see.
my sincerity, my personality, I don't know. But not my academic stats, they're not important.
Well, who's someone who's had a big influence on how you think?
There are a lot of people who have influence on how I think.
Can you name three of them?
Yes, my mother,
Okay.
my friend, my best
Okay.
friend,
Okay.
and my grandfather.
Yeah, grandfather.
Yes,
Okay.
my
Thanks. And
mother always taught me that women should be defined, they should be polite and other things. My friend always taught me that there are other things. I mean, she always motivated me. She has different outlook compared to other girls. It's completely insane that we have the same opinions. I mean, it's really rare for people to have a person beside them who thinks the way they think. And my grandfather, who always taught the reality of the world to me.
okay. Now, what are you most excited about in the next 6 months?
In the next 6 months, I'm excited about my new life in a new city with new people at a new university, let's say.
Yeah. Anything you want to say to students out there who are still figuring life out?
As I said, just keep going. I mean, yeah. And there's nothing apart from saying that and to keep going, because everyone should try. They should try, because life seems like short, but still there will be a lot of cases where we have to do a lot of things. We are forced to do a lot of things. We have faced a lot of problems. So let's just keep going. That's it.
Okay.
Try new ways. Try to solve the problems.
Well, let's move on to the next question. If you could talk to your younger self, 5 years ago, what would you say?
I would say you achieved some of the dreams that you have dreamed of.
And
Some of them. So it was a little bit worth it to your struggles.
well, okay. Do you believe happiness is a choice or a result of external things?
Of course, choice.
Why?
I mean, you can choose to be happy without a lot of problems, Like you can just satisfy your needs just with basic things. Let's say, right now I'm dreaming about a lot of big things, let's say, and I can just choose not to do them and not to be greedy and just be
Well-
happy with my own case. It's my choice, of course.
And you think it's up to you, right?
Yeah, it's my choice.
If you had 1 year to live, what would you focus on?
It might sound funny, but I would focus on prayer. Well, I'm not a religious person that much, but still, I believe in Allah. That's why I would just pray for.
Is this the only one thing that you are
Yeah,
focusing
because
on?
no one wants to live in hell, So I would just focus on prayer.
Oh, well, okay. What's your opinion on failure? Should we fear it or embrace it?
Well, embrace it, of course.
Why?
Because, as I said before, everyone learns something from the failure. Whether it's negative, positive, small, big, anyway, they learn something from it. So it's better to embrace it rather than just being miserable after failing,
Okay. And how do you approach learning something difficult?
How do I approach something difficult? I'm not really sure about this, because I have never faced anything that difficult in my life. For some, it might seem like IELTS or other certificates or some problems in life might be difficult, but for me, they have never been that difficult to that point. So I might just approach them thinking how to solve them, might get advice from some of the people, might gather people and let them help me.
Isn't it? Isn't it difficult to take band A on IELTS? Or
No, let me be honest. I started with pre-IELTS course,
okay.
and after that there are like 2 or 3 2 or 3 levels, and each of them continued like 3 to 4 months, and until the last course, which is advanced, I didn't really properly do my homeworks.
And
I would mostly read manga, manhwa, webtoon, if you know what these things
yeah,
are.
I know.
I would mostly watch movies, read books, but I always avoided my homework because I couldn't force myself to do so. And even if I have nothing to read, nothing to do, I would be just too lazy to do my homework. But the point is, my general English was great. After reading those books, my general English just improved over and over and over, and I didn't have a single problems doing the readings.
Yeah, I see.
After adjusting the system, which was easy for me, I just got 8, and it was not that hard. Some people struggled for years. I mean, I have heard stories that they've been preparing for years, 3, 4 years to get one single 8, but it didn't take that much to me.
I remember when you said that I'm waiting for my result and I hope it will be 7 plus or 7 maximum 7.5. Isn't that you?
Yeah, because I couldn't believe it. I mean, yeah, of course, I believed that I would get at least 7, at least, because it was really easy to get 7 back then. Even my mock test was always 7, 7, 7, 7. I couldn't get even 7.5 mock tests, and
Okay.
8 is the first. I didn't expect 8 out of blue, you know.
Yeah, okay. And do you think schools teach us how to sing or just what to memorize? And why?
Well, schools, from my point of view, schools always teach us uh, some nonsense. Yeah, because they don't teach us how to think properly. None of the students at schools think about their, a lot of things. I mean, they just memorize the nonsense that's written on the books that have nothing to do with our lives right now. Completely impractical. Schools teach such things, but not thinking.
You want to say that people in schools like never think about their social life and
Yes. Well,
universities
students
in
have social
abroad?
lives, you know. Even ordinary school students have social lives. Everyone has social life, but the social life they have is different. I mean, it's mostly about fun,
Yeah.
having fun, you know, not studying, not career-oriented social life. So I couldn't say that it's something positive, and schools are not doing their jobs properly.
Yeah, I see. If you could design your own education system, what would it look like
Well, it would be completely different from the current one, for sure.
and why?
Because I really, as you might notice it from my attitude towards the school system right now, it's completely negative. And in my opinion, schools should not be the thing that's happening right now. For example, you know, like there's a guardia in our schools, right?
Yes.
So
Yes, I see.
it's not a prison to have a guardia here.
No, I mean, in our school there is no anyone like the people.
In your school, maybe.
Yes.
But in other schools, apart from yours, there are like 52 schools in Hong Kong. Or is it 53?
Yeah,
I don't know.
52.
Anyway, so many schools, so there's at least one guard in every school. They're checking the attendance every hour. And the main focus is on attendance, is on uniform. But main focus should not be on those things. Main focus should be on our on students' knowledge, on students' career, on their interests. But our government system right now is ignoring those important things in the school system. That's why I would just change it completely.
I believe you will change it when maybe
Yeah.
you will come a
If
president.
I come to Uzbekistan education ministry maybe someday as a head, someone boss, I would maybe change it. I would come with some proposal to change it. I don't know
Okay.
when will it happen, but I'm sure I will do it someday because I have a promise to do it.
Well, let's move on to your academic states. And which was harder for you, IELTS or SAT, and why?
SAT?
Why?
Honestly, SAT, because in IELTS was something that easy. Let's say, yeah, IELTS is mainly based on English. And since my general English was like good, so it wasn't really hard to get 8. But for the SAT, there was math. Well, I've been preparing for math like 2 years. If my math teacher hears it, he's gonna kill me. But still, my time management in math sucks, and my math is not really that great anyway. At the end of the day, I started to hate math even more. Anyway, there was a math, and SAT English was also not that easy. It was completely different from IELTS. Writing is completely different, even though I could just make the writing part easier for myself by memorizing some of the stuff there.
Yeah, I see.
But the reading was insanely hard. So yeah, SAT was much more difficult, I think.
I guess not many people are think like that way. I mean, there are
Well,
people
maybe.
who know math as well as
Look.
my friends.
Let me say one thing straight. We are Asians. And Asians are always good at math,
I know.
you know? And SAT is in American system, which means it's piece of cake for Asians to solve the math problems, which is in SAT.
Yeah.
So they might say SAT is easy until they come to the English part. And when they come to English part, they will be cooked. That's my opinion.
I see. So, if you could learn any skill in 24 hours, what would it be
Playing piano.
and why?
I don't know, ever since I was a kid, I loved listening to piano sounds, and I always dreamed about playing piano someday, but I never got the chance because, well, my focus was mostly on my academic stuff, studies. So no, I never got to learn to play any musical instruments in the first place. So I would say it would be piano.
Oh, why only piano? I mean, there are better
There's also
things.
guitar.
I want to say that one.
No, if I have a time, honestly, it would be always musical instruments, not something else.
And the last question, I guess. Oh no, not last. If you could spend 1 hour with any person from history, who would it be and why? Please
From
not say
history.
Hitler.
Not Hitler. But by the way, I would have asked Hitler how he died. I mean, I know it's a random thing to say, but I came across one YouTube video where it said like Hitler was not killed on the day it was supposed to be killed. He was
Yeah.
supposed to be killed, and
I
he lived after that, and he died in some other time. Anyway, it sounds really real, and I got kind of interested maybe it would be Hitler, honestly, because I would have asked him how he survived or how he died.
Yeah, I see. And what's one thing you want to achieve before you are 25 years old?
25?
Yes.
Of course,
Maybe-
studying abroad.
Why? Only?
Yes. Is it strange?
I guess
I
so.
mean, the only thing that I really want to achieve is studying abroad, of course. I'm not gonna be billionaire after 25, so it's only the viable option for me right now.
I mean-
because even going abroad as a girl is a challenge, you know. You guys might not feel it. You guys will not feel it actually.
I mean,
not why not. But it's a different case for girls, especially from those who comes from countryside like myself.
Well, I mean, for myself, it's being like free and like going to abroad for not only study, for actually like
Travel.
travel. Oh, okay. And what's your definition of freedom?
My definition of freedom. Wow, that's an interesting thing. Actually, my definition of freedom is other people not bothering me too much. I mean, for example, some people always ask you what you are doing, what you want to do. Anyways, they always press you for the answers.
Yeah.
They always tell you to do something. They will not give you permission because you are forced to ask them permission in the first place. So it really annoys me. I don't want to ask anyone to permission. I want to tell them something willingly, not by being forced to ask them permission.
Like red
I
flag?
want to tell them I want to do this, not ask them.
Oh.
That's my definition of freedom, I think.
Social media, do you think it's making us smarter or more distracted from our
Well,
life?
both. Of course, it differs from person to person. It's making some people dumb, and it's making some people clever, let's say. It's teaching some things to some people in a positive way, while some are just being stuck in some nonsense in the social media. So it's doing both of them.
Well, do you have your idol and who is it?
Well, I don't have any idol. If you mean as a singer,
No, I mean not singer, like the person you wanna be in life, like you like her or his life or something he does.
as for now, I don't have anyone whom I admire. Maybe in the future I might find someone, but for now, no, there's no one I really admire.
Well, what do you think is the biggest problem in our generation?
In our generation, the biggest problem is their stupid thinking. Let me be honest. Most of the youngsters like us are just really, really stupid.
Can you give examples?
For example, they just graduated this school, right?
Yeah.
And they have a whole life ahead.
Yeah.
But boys choose to focus on dating. Girls also choose to focus on dating as well. Just imagine how stupid it is. I mean, there is no backing away from it after some years. It might be like 5 years or 4 years. Some just choose to stuck in one place. They are just, yes, they want to study. They also get into university. But which university? The question is which university? It's just government university like Urdu. They'd be just stuck in one place. They just continue their life in one place. They don't think properly about important stuff. Like they might have a carriage, they might have a better life, and they just focus on temporary satisfaction.
Yeah, I see.
That's why I think they just stupid, and girls, boys, everyone. For me, it seems like that.
Well, if you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
What do you mean? Change
In
the
the
world?
world, change one thing in the world, and what would it be?
Well, I don't know. There are a lot of things that should be changed in the world.
One thing, one best thing you want to do.
Well, factories maybe. I mean, the most important thing right now is air problem, air pollution right now,
Yeah.
And
No.
even though there's a solution to the wars, for the pollution, for the global problems, there is no solution. So maybe getting rid of some of the factories and focusing on global stuff might be the only thing that I'm really willing to change.
I see.
I mean, leaders' perspective towards these things, because we are not gonna last more than 100 or 200 years if we continue like this.
Do you think everyone should learn English, or is it overhyped?
Well, I would say not only English, but there are also other language. Not only English, but if they learn English, their perspective might change in some of the things, not negatively. Those people, some people, I know some of the people who learn English and changed completely. I mean, they were the change in their attire. I mean, the clothes. They completely forgot about their culture and everything, tradition. I don't mean to forget about those things by learning the language. So it's not only about English, but other language as well. What I recommend for others is learning a language which can benefit them.
I
Not
see.
only English, but they should learn not only Uzbek.
Okay, what's something you once believed but now you think it's wrong?
Believe, but it's wrong. Well, it's getting a job from
Oh,
a higher position. I believed that I could get a job from a higher position with my own power. I mean, with my own knowledge, with my skills. But after getting older and older, I mean, back then, few years ago, I really believed it, and my grandpa said that it's impossible without backing. He said I should have a backing if I want to have a stable job in a higher position. But I didn't believe him. I believed that my knowledge and skills would get me there. But now I totally believe that it's impossible. There should be network, there should be other things like backing, so I might get the job. That's what I think.
well, do you have fears in your life? And if you could erase one fear from your mind forever, which fear would you choose?
Something beneficial, like, let's say I'm really afraid of failure.
Failure?
Yes. Yeah, right now I'm saying that people should embrace failures
I
and
mean-
other. Yeah, I'm saying it. It's better than not trying, but still, I'm really afraid of failure. I have rarely failed in something. It's really rare for me to fail in some of the things that I'm trying. And when I really face to failure, I feel just really bad. I mean, I couldn't just describe it. I feel like I lost the meaning of my life. I lost where I was going. I feel like I lost the direction, the way I was going, and it's just completely insane. You don't know what you are doing, and you just feel hopeless. You just don't know what to do anymore after losing, after failing.
Yeah, I see.
And it's really hard to get back again. That's why I'm afraid of failure, and I really wish to get rid of that fear and keep going anyway. I'm saying yes to keep going, but still it's really hard.
Yeah, I see. Thank you for coming to our podcast, and thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and thank you for all.
Okay.